horrible things, aren't they? The only thing men are good for is using them for their bodies and their monies. But the attitude is bad. There is only two kinds of men in this world. Number one kind of men are these men with the terrible, terrible attitudes which you are about to witness now. Are you ready to witness this now? Brace yourself for the incellest, nice guyest incel that you have ever incel nice guyed. So the incel is the type of a man who wants a woman, especially for sex, and he goes on and on and on and on and on and on about how he wants a woman to do things like, I don't know, cook and clean and sex. And he go on and on and on and on, even after saying he wanted a longer term relationship. He go on and on about sex. Watch this. Yes, it's hard to find. Everyone just seems to want a casual sex. Yeah, and a yes too. You've had 2 relationships. Yeah, totally. And 27 years, that's the reality for average men and women assume that we are all players. Well, you're not a player only because you can't be a player, but it's very clear you want to be a player. Okay? So the first type of men is the type of men that are not a player, but they want to be a player. So because they can't be a player, they pretend like they don't want to be a player, and they want to respect women, and they wanted to have a relationship. But during the lovely conversation, you can tell that they don't want to do this. That they want to talk about the sex or whatever they can get out of the relationship themselves. They don't give a shit about what you want. But they try and make it out like they care about you and like they just want this, that, the other. But then the other hand they go, all men this and all men that, and us men this and we men that. Which is what this guy does. You see in my messages. As you can see, he thinks I left him on the red and he's getting really upset about this. Yeah, just formulating my reply, mate. Yes, just seeing this one now. Don't worry, I don't think all young men are players. Actually, I do. If they're either players or they want to be but can't be because they're ugly or average or too poor. Or they're beautiful, but people for some reason don't gravitate towards them very well. So it's like the case of Elliot Roger. To me, he was a very handsome young man, but clearly had problems in getting women. So he became someone who wanted to be a player, but I didn't even pretend. But this one's smart enough. He was not smart enough, obviously, but this one's smart enough to at least pretend he doesn't want to be this way. Now, hump and dump after. All of the men I've dated said they've only had one girlfriend. Well, I haven't had good sex or had a woman that's really into it before. See, here we go. He already admitted it. That's the only reason why he's even pretending to be nice guy is because, well, I haven't had good sex or had a woman that's really into it before. So he revealed that this is what it is wanting. He wants a woman who is, in his own words in a little bit, is lusty. He wants a woman who's lusty because he's never had this before. So he wants a woman who's really into him and really sexual. What times do you message us that way? That way I know when to message here. So he was very subtle about this, but he was clearly not happy with my inconsistency with replying, which he does go on to mention later. Okay, I just checked late night and everything is quiet. I don't have much to do. Okay, you seen the previous message? I have seen it. So here we go. His first message where he say the word lusty. He says this a lot, and it's really annoying. I actually hate that fucking word thanks to him. I hate the word lusty now, and it's all thanks to him. Kinda hoping you are, and you're quite lusty. Wait, hoping I'm what? I have seen it. Wait, what? Hang on. Okay, must be referring to this one, that women not really into it. So because he think women are not into it, he hope I am into it. I hope you are kind of a lusty. I might be running in the future and I got to know you a bit and we build a connection. I don't want to be pressured into it because it's a turn off. I was hoping you wouldn't mention it really early on. I like to initiate, but it's kinda too late because you already mentioned it. That sucks. How long we talking? See, he's already being impatient. He just said, he just acted like he wanted a longer term relationship, and then immediately it's like, boom, we want to talk about sex. Sex is motivate. Oh, here we go. Here's his first all men are we men message. A sex is a motivation for men. To even talk to a woman. When it comes to dating, we only care about your personality several months after the fact. It's how it is. Like, life isn't a fairy tale. How long we talking? Oh my god, I should have blocked the motherfucker right here. But apparently not. Well, that just got skin. Obviously, I did block him. Well, when we get to number now, you can note to skip this bit because it's a bit weird. Hang on, let me... Listy. I put listy. I'm actually listy. Listy. I hate that word now. You are talking along with talking. There's no time limit. It's whenever you're ready. I can't guarantee you when or even ever. It depends if I'm You just have to be patient and wait to see men who treat you I'm not reading this. I know, I meant to think is what to do that. So, I'm not reading that, sorry. Well, life is already hard work, so... Hang on, I'm going to read this. What did I say? Coming up to us like hospitality animals, we like you to work with it. Not because we want you to work, it is just that we want to know that you are worthy of it, you see. That's what they were trying to say. I mean it, for you're perfect at it. Then, I guess, but sex is also stress relief for us. And now that women are withholding in from pretty much all average men. And now this is the first time he referred to himself as an average man, which a lot of incels go on about. How, well, why don't women like average men? But we expect them to be really lusty and have lots of sex with us, even though we're ugly or average. A boo hoo hoo, a boo hoo hoo, a boo hoo hoo. They expect you to want them, to crave their bodies, to need their cocks. But they're ugly as shit. And they complain that the women only want to have sex with good-looking men. It's like, well, duh. But the gays in bar... I just read that wrong. In bars like the clubs and the gym and the chav guys don't have to wait, period. It's kind of unfair. Oh, proper incel, proper nice guy there. Proper incel nice guy talk there with all the gym chav guys don't have to wait for the sex. It isn't fair. Well, no, because the women get it up before the handsome rich playboys, but of course they're not going to. With the ugly average guys. Of course, the ugly average guy. It's not unfair. It's not unfair. The ugly average guys have to work. And when I say work, I don't mean work as in horrible work. I mean work as in show the women that they care about them first. Before the women will be turned on by them. You have to stimulate them in another way. Although for me personally, I personally wouldn't do that either with the good-looking ones. But he has lumped this person into with every other. Also, you have to give me any conversation topics that you started to have to understand that the majority of average men are hermits and don't have a social influence, no restrictions like you do. Wait, what? Okay, I'm actually confused. Also, you haven't given me any conversation topics that you have started. Huh? You haven't given me any. You started to have to understand that a majority of Irish men are hermits. We don't have social influence. Well, I'm a fucking hermit. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, well, don't worry. You never give those guys a chance. I have the same rules for them, too. In fact, I always swipe left on any that look like they spend all the time doing. I think myself, like, look like they're more into the looks. And I probably only have to six. So I give them a wide berth. And I don't like Jab. You're gross. I don't think your average dot butt. Average dot butt is a new website. You can click on it. I prefer them anywhere average. Anywhere average, so that people wouldn't say they're 9s or 10s, but the ones that are still a good hand to me. So basically, you would still be those 6 from 9s and 10s and hands to me, no? Okay, well, is kissing and oral stuff allowed early? That would be somewhat reasonable, because that's the only intimate stuff I probably wouldn't be able to do without. Very good. Yeah, that would be reasonable. Ah! I. How long is it gonna be? I get that impression. I've heard that on channels like this. Firstly, if it's something about bonobos monkeys. Well, just get that most impression is mostly bitterness from life experience of lack of. Not how girls work. These men do. That they say a woman with high. I don't agree with the majority of the opinions. I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm an enigma. Cause not to be elitist, but I've respected women all my life, haven't used alcohol to sleep with them, haven't had a one night stand. Oh, that makes you a brilliant guy. Haven't degraded them or mistreated them. Like, I'm not an incel. I'm just describing facts that I know to be true. I'll answer the other messages. But he still sounds very bitter in a lot of his messages. A lot of his messages just sounds either bitter or like he definitely has some trauma around these things, or he's using it as a manipulation tactic to get me to do whatever. Can let me know the facts. In fact, I've never had a one night stand. It's a little disrespectful. It's good, yes. I'm gonna skip to the good bits. This is just chit chat. No stuff with. Okay, we can skip this bit. No. Now you do.